in the table. For Everton, their winless run now stretches to 6 games. 2 great goals, including one from that man, Rodri, in what was, in the end, as comfortable as Pep could have hoped for after the international breakdown.
Yeah, total domination from start to finish. Dominated possession, so many efforts on goal, never ever in danger. Everton basically came for the 0-0, and once they conceded, it was just a matter of how many Man City were going to get. They were very, very good, and every player was at it, which you have to be if you're going to be involved with Pep. So impressive again from Man City.
Some special goals from City today. The ideal response, really, to their last home league game to Palace.
Yeah, they don't panic. They always play the same way. They obviously got a clear identity in and out of possession. It was total football versus anti-football. Today, you know, we had one team who tried to take the game to the opposition, which were Man City, and Rafa Benitez's side, who just tried to break the game up and destroy the football match. And unfortunately, sometimes it prevails, very rarely. Let's take note. Sometimes we give credit to managers and call that a masterclass if they get away with it. They didn't get away with it today. The team won.
Just got a glimpse of Rafa Benitez, almost a look of resignation, and it only got harder when Demarai Gray hobbled off, who's been, of course, one of their shining lights this season. So that's 9 of the 10 games played in this match week. In case you missed it, the big news today from Saturday's games is that Manchester United have today parted company with manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after that 4-1 defeat at Watford. But there is still one game remaining of the match week as Antonio Conte takes charge of his first home league match for Tottenham with Leeds, the visitors. And confirmation then that win for Manchester City takes them to 2nd place above Liverpool. City on 26 points, 3 points behind the leaders Chelsea. Everton's 5th defeat of the season. Well, it means that they stay in 11th place. They're on 15 points, a point behind Tottenham, who play that game in hand a little later. More reaction to come then from the Etihad Stadium after the break as Manchester City register a comfortable 3-0 win in the end over Everton. Goals from relative ease at the Etihad Stadium, beating the Toffees by 3-0. How important was it in the end, Tim, to do what they did after seeing Chelsea and Liverpool pick up wins themselves on Saturday?
Yeah, they've got to keep in the title race. For me, they're the favourites. I think Chelsea and Liverpool are very strong as well. I heard Jim talking in commentary there. Hopes it's a 3-horse race. I think it absolutely is a 3-horse race. I think all the 3 of these teams, you don't see them dropping too many points. So it's really important to hold on to the coattails of Chelsea.
Could Pep have had any concerns after that 90 minutes?
I suppose if you're a perfectionist like he is, he might have asked for a few more goals, considering the possession they had, chances they created. Sterling, instead of putting his foot through it, could have slotted it past Pickford instead of trying to take it around him. But in terms of how they dominated possession, how they opened Everton up, how patient they were in that first half an hour, then he'll be a very happy manager tonight. He knows he's had 1 or 2 injuries. He's left a couple out. He's brought a youngster in who performed reasonably well. So all in all, I think he'll be very happy.
Let's have a look back at that first City goal then. Terrific in its execution, as I mentioned earlier, Tim, but also the assist was something quite special.
Unbelievable. Cancelo, they keep the ball alive. They can't get out because they've got no one up the field. So they can't put any pressure on Cancelo. He gets his head up, stroll in the park, have that outside the right foot, wonderful pass, into the run of Raheem Sterling, times it brilliantly. Look at Raheem, he ends up looking at the back of Keane. We see Keane here, there. We're going to highlight him, watch his movement. Once he can't see now, Raheem Sterling's got a problem. But he doesn't expect the quality outside of the right foot pass. Now he cannot do anything about that. It's just a wonderful pass. And he makes the finish look very easy out.
It's an incredible pass. You won't see many better passes this season. And it needs the finish as well to complement, and he does. He catches it really well, the inside of the right foot. Very clever pass, very, very clever finish.
6th assist of the season for Cancelo. He's at the very top of his game right now, isn't he?
Well, all you want and hope for when you're a forward, when you make that type of run, because it's a superb run, he times it to perfection, you're just hoping that you can also have the quality of pass. And he got that perfectly.
If that was a good goal, what about this from Rodri?
Yeah, well, Everton went chasing early on in terms of pressing high, and they got punished for that because they don't really do it with any conviction. Yeah. It's at half-paced, really, and they find the space there, and all of a sudden, Man City are into them there and also there. albeit they do get back in the numbers, but there's just not really anything you can do with a strike like this. Sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up and say it's just a fantastic strike. I originally thought that Pickford could have done a bit better, but having seen it 2 or 3 times, I think that's been a bit harsh because it is a wonderful strike. He was fantastic all game, Rodri. As well as that strike, I mean, it was a passing masterclass from him.
Look at that, he just rolls out perfectly to him, but he still takes some hitting. That's just a wonderful strike. But Alan mentions, you know, Everton threw a few more bodies forward. But when you play with that negativity and you get behind the ball, and he's been coaching it all week, he's been telling them, get behind the ball, no distances, we don't go high. All of a sudden you lose a goal. Then you have to try and put pressure on up the field. You can't just say from the sideline like Rafa's done, now we push forward. They need to be coached. Who goes? Does the other one follow in? Are we going to go with intensity? No time was any of them Man City players under pressure. They just passed. Yeah, they come in. They just passed, triangle round them, and then Rodri got out. You know, quality from Man City.
Certainly.